B is definitely right, isn't it? B is definitely right. There's definitely got a conflict of interest because it's his daughter's company. Right? So that's definitely right. What do you reckon about C? Do you reckon he's definitely breached his or her fiduciary duty? Yeah, and I mean these are depends how you read it, right? But it brings out the point for us. What would he have had to have done not to have breached his duty? Well, there'll be a process, etc., but it's not to take part in the decision. So they'll be fully informed that his daughter owns the company, and then whether or not he or she takes part in the decision has a lot to do with the kind of organisation that you are. So there's different rules. So if you're a PTY LTD, you can take part in the decision. If you're an LTD, you can't. The principle that most people deal with is that you don't. And you actually don't take part in the discussions around whether or not you should take this contract. And the reason here is you have a conflict of interest. You want what's best for your daughter if you're the chair. Right? That's natural. So you shouldn't really be influencing this decision. So normally what you might say is, the daughter has computers, blah, 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 you can get in and talk to her about the servicing, I think, and then leave the room, allow the board to have a... Even suggesting it is and this is where you have boards often have the law and the norm or the principle that people have starts to diverge. And the norm or the expectation is generally, or it should be, higher than what the legal responsibility actually is. Okay? So, and that's where some people in answering this, they're answering sometimes with what they will do, etc., which is fantastic. It's not necessarily the base obligation that you have. Interestingly, all management committee, why might they be breaching their duties? There's kind of a bit of an answer to there. It's a bit more of a technical one. So I wouldn't have it as my first due diligence. So you're getting into a due diligence issue as opposed to the fiduciary duty, which we tried to do with the thing. Now, look, it's an area of contention that we've had a lot of discussions about. Technically, due care and diligence technically is a fiduciary duty. Now, but the reason it's a fiduciary duty is because it evolved before negligence. There was no negligence when they had to come up with this duty. And due care and diligence is a bit more like negligence, and that's how it's been treated by the court. So technically, the answer to A, yeah, it could be a problem if they don't think about it. In this scenario, we don't know enough about how the decision was